So, are we on? See you in a minute. Yeah. So I didn't start StreamerBot on purpose now because that makes it go 5-minute timer, when I start stream. So I'm just starting all the apps. My phone is trying to reconnect to Sammy. And there it is. So now the stream controls are back up. So we should be able to switch windows. And I need to restart the camera because that's more reliable than not deactivating and activating it. I have buttons for that, but they're not as reliable as actually just turning it off and on. So the TTS again, of course. And then we have SpeakerBot. TTS, go.
Connected to channel fix it.
I didn't hear anything. So what I'm afraid of is that it will... It did say something. Stop. Go.
Connected to channel fix it.
Okay, so it's just not me hearing it. So the audio was there. Okay, so voice meter via input is what I have set as my... And I need this to be able to hear anything. Sorry, but I'm going to do it a third time, just so I can hear the sound.
Connected to channel fix it.
Nothing. Yeah, so we're playing with fire here, right? So we have voice meter craziness everywhere now. And we'll see.
Hack says.
I'll be right back, but I did find a video that might be helpful to watch.
We'll open it too.
Web link.
Goaku says.
In case I can't figure it out.
We back.
So I'm assuming we have an executable that we can start. So it is up on my Ala screen here. So this is why they had the fancy installation, their own one, because this is not using Windows standard at all.
Fingermeyes1 says.
We can move this.
Is it possible to simulate a PCW attack using Oracle VM?
We can't change the size of it even. It's fixed. Okay. So what if I wanted the text bigger? Alright, I have my phone on still. Does it annoy anyone? When I was restarting, is it high in there? Yeah. Let's see. So always visible would be that it's always on top, I guess. Lock graphic user interface. I want to zoom the graphic interface. I want it full screen. So when I stream, I use like 26-point text and stuff. I want it big. I want you to be able to see on a phone, possibly even. And we know, and this contextual help I like, but it's also not very visible, right? So I guess the contrast is okay. Second, stereo hardware input. So I don't want to mess with any hardware input. I want software input. So I want lots of virtual inputs, and I don't care about hardware. What do I do then? So one wouldn't help me for anything, you know? I'm kind of thinking that this might not be the thing for us, but we got a video, so let's pull the video out. It's just 3 minutes, we can listen to it.
Voicemeeter is widely known as one of the best PC
So,
apps
of
to
course I
use,
can't hear
but
a
it's so
thing.
confusing that
I can't hear anything from the either. So, I guess we go speakers. So we'll have an echo. It'll have to be so for like that for a sec. But you can hear me. You can hear me. I kind of see the. I think you even heard the TTS. So we're currently messing. Welcome, Finn Germayas1. But we're currently messing with audio, and I kind of broken my audio setup, so I need to learn how to fix it now. So I got recommended this video, so I don't even know if this is a tool that can do what I want, but I think they will possibly explain that here too.
people don't even bother using it.
If
Today
I
I'm
can
gonna make
hear
this app
anything,
seem
which I
so
can't
easy.
tell. So what about now?
Even break a sweat.
There.
After installing Voicemeeter, you will have 3 versions of the app installed. Voicemeter, which is the base version of the app with minimal tools. Voicemeter Banana, which is the most popular version of the app. And Voicemeter Potato, which is the granddaddy of all 3 and bigger than the rest. That's what she said. We will be using
Well, I'll start it from the start because I'm like, okay, so we got all of them.
Voicemeter is
First of all, let's check what we got. We got lots of stuff. We got VBAN2 MIDI, Virtual I/O control panel, Virtual I/O, Voicemeter 15 band graphic EQ. Now I have to click stuff. So this one uses normal graphics. Okay.
widely known as one of the best PC apps to use, but it's so confusing that people don't even bother using it. Today I'm going to make this app seem so easy you won't even break a sweat. After installing Voicemeter, you will have 3 versions of the app installed. Voicemeter, which is the base version of the app with minimal tools. Voicemeter Banana, which is the most popular version of the app. And Voicemeter Potato, which is the granddaddy of all 3 and bigger than the rest. That's what she said. We will be using Voicemeter Banana in this video, but don't worry, if you want to use a different version of the app, it works the
So
same
seriously.
way for Voicemeter Potato, which is
So Potato was the one.
version of the app with minimal tools. Voicemeter Banana, which is the most popular version of the app. And Voicemeter Potato, which is the granddaddy of all 3 and bigger than the rest.
Yeah. So
That's what
Potato
she
was the
said.
one
We will be
you
using Voicemeter
mentioned.
Banana in this video, but don't worry, if you want to use a different version of the app, it works the same way for all 3, just with more or less virtual sources.
So
will
we can-
also
we can
use
do
virtual
this.
audio cables, which is available for free on Voicemeter's website. It's very
Oh, so we need
listen
virtual
to what I'm
audio
about to say.
cables.
The first thing we're going to do is set our default playback device on our computer. But before you do it, watch me do it, because you will lose audio from this video when you change the source. So you need to know what you're doing prior to switching the source over. First, let's
But
set
it
up
did
our
it
output
automatically.
device. On the top right of the app is the A1 source. This is where we can select our output device. I would select my headphones with the WDM source. Next, I want to make sure that virtual
So we're supposed to have banana. We don't have banana. But didn't he say Potato was the granddaddy? Why wouldn't we use the granddaddy version?
inputs here have the A1 source toggled on. Now let's change our playback device.
Hack says.
Right-click the speaker
You can
icon
use
on
any
your
of them.
desktop.
Potato has the most sources.
Yeah, so that's why I don't use that one, right?
And then select the sound control panel. In the playback tab, we will right-click the Voicemeeter input source.
That's
and
tiny.
make this our default device. After that, we will right-click the Voicemeter aux input source.
I
and
just
make this
fixed mine yesterday because it kept hopping to the Focusrite audio output and I don't use it, so it was very annoying. So sorry, I'm just gonna have to fix this table on my floor that kept getting stuck in the chair. So I still haven't moved those things we put from the desk the other day when I was cleaning. They're on the floor. That's good cleaning, right?
our default communications device. Once we
So
do this,
what?
our-
What's the
our
difference
default
between
device. And
so
then
default
select the
device and
sound
default
control panel. In the
communications
playback tab,
device?
we will right-click the Voicemeter input source and make this our default device. After that, we will right-click the Voicemeter aux input source and make this our default communications device. Once we've done this, our computer audio
Oh,
will be
it's at the
playing
phone
on the
there.
Voicemeter input source, and our communication audio will be playing on the Voicemeter aux input source. This means you will need to set the audio settings in apps like Discord to default. At least that's the easiest way to do it. The reason for this is we're separating our computer audio from our communication audio. So that means apps like
So
Discord
why would he think I wanted to use this for Discord? So I just want this for one thing, for when I stream, right? Possibly, or when I listen to stuff, right? That was the reason, really. But also if I could have a separate audio in for just TTS, that would be nice.
our communication audio. So that means apps like Discord or communication apps will play through the Voicemeter aux input, and that means other apps like video games will play through the Voicemeter input. To make things easier, let's change the labels of the inputs to desktop and communications by right-clicking the titles to make sure we know what they are. Next, we can set up our microphone. Left-click on the first hardware input and select your microphone source. You want to disable the A1
I don't want
button on
to
the
have anything to do
so
with
you
my
aren't
mic.
listening to yourself on the A1 source that we selected earlier. For the microphone output, you have two options. You can select B1 or B2. B1 is the Voicemeter output, and B2 is the Voicemeter aux output. I like to use B2, so that's what I will
Yeah,
select.
this is
In the
nothing,
sound control
anything I
panel,
want to
will go
do.
to the recording tab, locate the Voicemeter aux output source, and set this to the default device. If you're using the B1 source instead, be sure to select the Voicemeter output instead of the Voicemeter aux output. Now that we've set the default recording device on our computer, we can go into every single one of our app's audio settings and set the input device to default. This will default to using the correct Voicemeter source that we set up. This also means that
I'm sorry,
all
I'm so
sources
bored.
on Voicemeter with B2 toggle will also play through your microphone. So make sure you only select B2 on inputs you want playing from your mic. You can adjust the mix of the output sources from the master
So I
section
only
in the
want
bottom
output
right.
from
Now we can take it
Firefox
even a
tabs.
step further and separate
Go
our
off the
music audio on Voicemeter.
Why
as
does
well.
his voice have so much echo?
Because since the only way I could do this is not using my Bluetooth. So all audio
TTS
goes
has
through the
echo.
speakers. Yeah, so everything has
Echo,
echo.
echo, echo.
Echo, echo, echo. You can echo, echo, echo totally now. And then I noticed I saw
Repass.
this audio.
Translated from Italian. Hack says.
It's been a while since I set mine up. I haven't
Yeah.
streamed in a long time.
Okay,
Goku says.
so you use it for streaming.
Recala.
Hack says.
I forgot how much effort was involved.
Yeah, but so far it's not doing anything I'm interested in, so
To
we'll
install
see.
your trumpet and the virtual audio cables that I mentioned earlier.
So, yeah,
You want playing
maybe
from your
that's
mic.
what
You
we
can adjust
want,
the
not
mix of
this,
the
but the
output
virtual audio
sources from the
cables.
master section in the bottom right. Now we can take
Go
it
off
even a
the
step
set.
further and
Your voice is not echoed.
No, because it's just going to the mic. The mic, the echo is because the speakers, you hear the speaker sound through the mic. That's the echo. Okay?
And separate our music audio on Voicemeeter as well.
So it's not
To do
echoed
this,
from
we'll
me.
need to install Ear Trumpet and the virtual audio cables that I mentioned earlier. On the second hardware input of Voicemeter, let's select the virtual audio cable. Let's then open Ear Trumpet from our hidden apps,
Okay.
find our music app, right-click, click the arrows, and then select the virtual audio cable. If you don't see your music app on
So I
your
need to be
Trumpet,
able to
that's
select
because you need to be
exactly
playing audio
what
from the app
tab
in
in the
order for
browser
Ear
or it's
Trumpet to
useless.
recognize it. SteelSeries made an app like Voicemeter that's way easier to set up. Check it out here. You won't regret it. Thank you so much for watching.
So-
And separate our music.
So the only thing that was
music app,
interesting in
right-click,
this,
click
so I want to see the details
okay, let's
there.
then open Ear Trumpet from our hidden apps, find our music app.
So, virtual output. Yeah, so what I want to do is to split up the tabs in Firefox output to different ears, right? Nothing else. So I'm kind of thinking the best thing right now is to just uninstall it, because I'll have to do more research. So we kind of did a restart of stream for nothing right now, because I think I'll have to research more for it. So let's uninstall it, as it kind of drowned my audio settings here in devices. So I should have thought before first. So there's not a lot of apps. Yeah, I got Copilot
Hack
just
says.
by default.
There used to be add-ons for Firefox to split the audio. I'm not sure any of them are still supported.
Okay, so probably I need an add-on, but I'll research it and then I'll install it again. If I remember the name, I could search for it. Voicemeter. So this one, let's just uninstall it, and we might do it later. So remove. The restart system. So I think we might do that actually, because I don't want these, and I can't use my Bluetooth, right? So we will have an echo whole stream if I don't restart again. So I'm just closing things down. I didn't start all the apps even now. So closing, and we just have the stream left. I thank you for the advice, and I'm going to check it out, but I'm going to do that before I install it again, because this kind of messed up stream. It was stupid of me to do it on stream, really, right? Messing with the audio inputs. Yeah, so I'll be right back. I'll just stop stream and I'll start stream in 2 seconds again. And sorry YouTube, because it will be different ones here now, right? So